This is the 5th video of my AutoHome project video series. If you haven't watched the previous 4 videos, be sure to watch those from this playlist before watching this one, as the videos are closely related to each other. Welcome to AutoHome Chapter 2 Part 2. In this video, we'll be setting up a new Raspberry Pi 4 so that it's ready to run AutoHome. We'll install a new and fresh operating system, then remotely log into it and download some code from GitHub and edit it so it matches what we've done in the previous video. This is AutoHome, the Raspberry Pi guide. This Raspberry Pi has been wired up properly using one of the previous videos, AutoHome, the hardware guide. But the problem here is that the Pi never ran an operating system to control the relays because it has no operating system yet. And it's obviously not running AutoHome currently. So how do we do that? Well, the Raspberry Pi usually runs its operating system off of a micro SD card located at its bottom. So in order to set up the Pi, we need to get a micro SD card and download Raspbian OS and install that OS on the card. So go ahead and click the first link in the description down below and download the Raspberry Pi Imager for your operating system. Once you install that and launch it, it's super easy to set up. There's only 3 steps. So step 1 is for you to choose the operating system that the Raspberry Pi will run. So you're going to want to choose Raspbian here. So the first one. I already downloaded the operating system from somewhere else, so I'm going to use the custom image. Next, choose the SD card that you're going to install this operating system on. Make sure you select the right device here, because if you selected an external hard drive, that hard drive will be fully formatted. And the last step is just clicking on write. After that's done, you should be able to read your microSD card's content. Even though its size is weird, don't worry about it. We just need to create an empty file with no extension to it and call it SSH. This will allow us to SSH into the Raspberry Pi as soon as it boots up. So create a new text file, remove everything from it including the .text extension and call it SSH. Hit yes to confirm. Next, if you're going to connect the Raspberry Pi using Wi-Fi, you need to create another file and call it wpa_supplicant.conf. So hit right click, new, text document, remove everything including the .text extension at the end, call it wpa_supplicant.conf, and hit enter and yes to confirm. We're going to edit that file and add our own SSID and password so that the Raspberry Pi can connect to it. This whole text is also found in the description down below. You just have to copy and paste it and change this SSID here to your network ID and the password to your Wi-Fi password. If you're going to use Ethernet, you can skip this whole WPA supplicant file creation. After some time, you should be able to SSH into it by opening up PuTTY and typing Raspberry Pi. If you couldn't open a connection to it that way, you should look for its IP address by logging into your router and searching there. Then try to connect using that IP address. The default username is Pi, P-I, and the default password is Raspberry. Next up, we want to download AutoHome from the internet and set it up. We need to make sure that the program git is installed. To do that, simply issue the command git and hit enter. If you get a wall of text, that means that git is already installed. And if you chose Raspbian as your operating system, then you will be fine. If for any reason you get something like command not found, then issue the command apt-get install git. Make sure that you're root, so you should issue the command sudo before that. Now that we're ready to get AutoHome from the internet, let's head over to AutoHome's GitHub page and check it out. The link to the GitHub repo is in the description. You can use that link to browse all of AutoHome's code, and you can make sure that it is completely safe to download and run as root before getting it onto your Raspberry Pi. Once you're done with your exploration and deep investigations, copy the link from your browser. Head over to your Raspberry Pi's SSH session and type git clone and then hit right click to paste the copied link, and hit enter. Now your Raspberry Pi has downloaded the project into a folder called AutoHome. Let's check the contents of this folder by issuing the command cd AutoHome and hitting enter. Now type ls and hit enter, and you should see the same directory structure as the one found in the GitHub page. You should be seeing some folders and files, and the ones we're interested in the most are 4 of them. The 4 files are AIOKey, AutoHome.service, driver.py, and installer.sh. In order to properly set up AutoHome, what you need to do is log into your Adafruit.io account and click Adafruit.io key at the top right and copy the currently active key. This key is private and you should not share this with anybody else, or else someone might be able to control your home appliances once you're running AutoHome with this key. Now let's open up AIOKey.txt by issuing the command nano AIOKey.txt and hitting enter. We're going to remove the text inside that file and paste in our actual key. Hit right click to paste, and now hit Ctrl X, then hit Y, then hit enter. This will save the file. Now open driver.py by typing nano driver.py and hitting enter. Edit the line that says adafruit_io_username equal rirozizo. Replace rirozizo with your own username that you created in Adafruit.io. Now hit Ctrl X, then Y, then enter. This will save the file. Let's install AutoHome as a service now so that it runs whenever you boot the Raspberry Pi. In order to install AutoHome on your Raspberry Pi, we need root access so we can install AutoHome as a service, and also make it run automatically on boot. So go ahead and issue the command sudo su and hit enter. Now type sh installer.sh and hit enter. This will download the required packages from the internet and copy over the required files to your Raspberry Pi system so that AutoHome runs properly. Once it's done, AutoHome should already be up and running. You can check that by issuing the command service AutoHome status and hitting enter. The AutoHome service should be active and running. Now that that's done, you should be able to control that lamp from Adafruit.io's dashboard. Make sure that the master switch is on, and you should be able to switch the lamp on and off with that AC switch. You can also see that the Python script actually works because this service status turned green. The next step is to set up an app that connects to Adafruit.io so that you can control things from your phone. And we're also going to do a cool smart assistant integration in the process too, so that you can control things with your voice. To see all of these cool things in action, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. See ya!